Oh, hey, what's up, Thrift Fam? How you doing? We are back with another episode in the Dirty Dungeon today. I almost just hit my head on a random wire that's in my basement. That's good. But we are back. Hello, everyone, and I am so happy to be back. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us last Thursday when I had my Facebook account hacked, and I also thought my Gmail was also hacked. So I was basically freaking out all day. We had a bunch of plans later in the day. That's why we didn't have the podcast. It was a whole mess. That day was stressful, but we are back. We are here in the Dirty Dungeon, and we were just going through some vinyls that Papa and Mama Zesty actually got us. They just recently dropped 180 pieces on us the other day because they've been going to their local Goodwill bins in Jacksonville, Illinois, and they have been busy little bees. Of course, they watch our videos, so they kind of know what to pick up, but they ended up giving us 180 pieces, and that's part one of two bulk buys that we're going to talk about in this episode. And speaking of being down in the Dirty Thrift Dungeon, my gosh, guys, we have got to show you some changes. You might even notice some changes right behind me in the shelf right here, but man, Zesty and I took a day and tackled everything in here, and we are so happy to see more progress down here because, as you guys know, if you've been following along with this saga, it has been quite the ride. But anyway, let's give a little tour of the new layout. So while this portion did not change much, we still have my clothing over here. We still have Zesty's booth stuff over here. We did add one shelf of media, and that's all media basically going into the booth or to possibly any type of pop-up flea market or anything like that that we do. But here it is in its mostly organized glory. We obviously have tried to do genres right here. I don't know if we have enough copies of Scream. Kind of funny how much we've accumulated of Scream 1 and 2, but we kind of did some horror stuff, you know, and then just kind of general up top. We have games right here. Quite a few, actually. We ran across some little stuff that we kind of just throw in here occasionally from the bins. You guys know how we do, but the majority of this is actually from Mama and Papa Zesty. So thank you again. We bought so many pieces off of them, and again, they know what we like, so it was a good deal. The other spot I want to talk about is this right here. If you guys remember, this was literally a big old box with clothes stacked up to about this high, and now it is our shoe rack. So instead of having all of our shoes just kind of lingering about right here and getting in our way and all that fun stuff, because this is where we wash shoes in this little sink basin here, we now have a nice little organized area. I'm probably going to end up splitting the clean shoes from the non-clean shoes and do it that way. We actually honestly have a lot of shoe cleaning to do, so we need to set aside a day to do that, but it's nice to just have everything in a visual representation. And speaking of visual representation, that's how Zesty likes to have her stuff. And now that she's had some time to really dig deep in here and help organize stuff, she now has her clothing in a very visual way. And you know, if that works for you, it works for you. If it goes in a bin, it goes in a bin, and if you can mark it or whatever organization works for you, do it. Okay, if you have, especially if you have the space. Now that we have the space to do it and we've organized it nicely, this is the outcome. So basically, we set up this old rack that used to be in the booth as an old clothes rack. So now she's got kind of her, you know, some of the more heavier stuff for like fall and winter, some more spring stuff on the other side there. We've got our heavy jackets right here. We've got some surplus down there, but again, mostly organized. This rack obviously needs a little bit of help. It needs to be fixed on the bottom, but it works for now. We got all our clothes stacked up, all that laid out right there. And this way, Zesty can just come down here and go, okay, you know, what do I need? What season is it? What is hot right now? Anything of that nature. She can just come down here, grab it. It's easy. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't induce anxiety, which is what this space kind of was for a little while. And that's mostly because Zesty doesn't do this full time, and she just really kind of let it get out of control, and we both let it get out of control, really. Not many changes over here in the bin section. I did add one bin F, So if I finally deemed it time that we could add bin F. Also, bin E was hanging out by our listing station for a long time, and it is now an actual cardboard bin from Costco. So love to see that, but they are getting very full. And once F is full, I don't know what we're going to do, because we have our plush down there. We have shoes in that bin. And then this is all garage sale stuff. But with that being said, with all the garage sale stuff, I think within the next 1 or 2 garage sales, whatever doesn't sell, we're just doing a mass donation of stuff. Because if we can't get rid of it at a garage sale, it's going to be hard to get rid of it anywhere else. There's a wild Olivia Benson. How do you feel about the new area, huh? So this is the new cat area. This, of course, before was literally just full of random crap. We kind of had some zesty stuff in there, some of my stuff in there, and now it's all organized, and we have this random chair. If somebody wants to sit down, I don't know. But we're organized in this little area now, and it feels so good. We've got, you know, the kitty stuff over there. That's now not full of a bunch of garage sale stuff that's just thrown about. It's just feeling really, really good down here, guys. I'm so happy that we can just come down here and just breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nice. If you guys also have done any cool organization skills or methods, please let us know down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys do to stay organized and not to feel anxious about your reselling spaces. So my plan was to bring y'all a video on the weekend, either of a little bins trip or from a little garage sale trip. And honestly, we only hit 1 garage sale up because we had a fellow bins goer reach out to me on Instagram and say, hey, I sell on Amazon. I have a stuff that would be very much suited for eBay. Do you want to come do a bulk buy? And I said, absolutely. So we went over there and got all of this stuff. And thankfully, it's all stuff that is in my wheelhouse. Rock Band, Genesis, and more. Let's get this out. There's another one back there too. I just want to talk about this haul. It's so good. That one's a heavy one. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about what's in here, because there's a lot to unpack. I almost forgot about this one, guys. This is a Genesis that was not part of that big old bulk buyout. This actually was from a roadside garage sale. Like, and I say roadside because they were basically set up in front of an apartment complex. So you traditionally don't have a yard or, you know, a garage area in an apartment where you can have a spot to have a garage sale. Anyway, I pull up, I go, hey, you got any old video game stuff? They said, yes, we actually do, but it's buried inside of my van. And I'm like, So it turns out that their car battery, I guess the battery had died or whatever it was, and they had pulled back into the spot that they were in, and they could not open the rear hatch of the van because they didn't have any power. So they were like, yeah, you can go in there and dig it out if you can. There's a bunch of stuff in there. And I really regret not recording in there because it was basically a hoarder van. And I dug for this Genesis in sweaty, hot summer conditions through just nastiness and pulled out this Genesis right here. It's not pretty, guys. It is not pretty. This thing probably doesn't even work, to be honest with you. It is really bad. It needs a lot of attention. There's rusted heat shield metal there. Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. I did talk them down to $5 on this thing though, and that's the only reason I bought it. They originally wanted $20, and I said no way. But moving on to this haul that I bought from a fellow bins goer, I'm not going to pull out everything because I don't want to make another mess, but basically Rock Band setup. I don't have a pedal, I don't believe, but the drums there, the guitar, these are both Xbox 360, which is awesome. Of course, we have a pedal that we can add. We always have them around, so heck yeah on that. Oh, did I mention that I only paid $80 for this entire haul? Incredible, absolutely incredible. They just didn't want to deal with this stuff. They are a book reseller, so this isn't in their wheelhouse really. Moving on, another Genesis Gen 1. I think the cables were with it as well, and maybe a controller, a PS2, 2 Super Nintendos. This one has rattles, so I'm not 100% sure on that. It's also discolored. This one's in actually really good condition, so heck yeah on that. I'm pretty sure all of the cables are somewhere in this mess right there. And then a Wii that is also looking pretty rough, but again, I mean, if we need to do some replacement parts or add anything, we have them. I don't know if we have the little covers that go on top. Those are always missing, guys. You guys know, if you're into video game stuff, these little flaps are always missing because they break off or they lose them or whatever, but we'll get some. I'm sure there's some sitting around somewhere. And also a GameCube controller. This is legit Nintendo GameCube controller on top right there. And then onto the other bin, they also gave us some vintage G.I. Joe stuff, which if you guys have ever dealt with this stuff, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint exactly what era it's from. So that's going to be a bunch of homework, but a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff, which I thought was really cool. I think there's more in this down. They gave us some random stuff like these LG glasses. I don't even know for sure. Yeah, there's some figures right there. They gave us a DS, some cases, which you can't sell on Amazon if they're not complete. You obviously cannot do that, but yeah, we got some cases like Pokemon. There's Super Mario Land 2, no game in there, some random stuff, a Polaroid camera. So heck yeah, a bunch of cases that we will sell. Actually, I think this Rock Band is complete, but again, they can't sell Rock Band 3 if it's not part of the entire set because it doesn't have a UPC on it. So anything with a UPC on it, they are not selling on Amazon. But yeah, for 80 bucks, we made out like a bandit, and I'm super happy. But you know, that was keeping in mind that I need to do all of the work to add cables to all of these, to add parts that they may be missing, you know, like the pedal or, you know, a power cable or whatever that may be, and testing all of this stuff. This is all untested stuff. So I'm going in this dark. I think still though, if none of this worked, if we sold everything for parts, still think we did okay at our price point. Very happy to have this haul. But that's also why we didn't bring you a little emergency episode on the weekend, is because we only went to that one garage sale where we got that Genesis, and we just basically deemed it not important to go to the bins because we have so much inventory right now. I also think it's extra important now that we have this space really organized and clean, that we really keep up on our death pile and stuff isn't lingering. I think that's another key component to maintaining this level of organization, is to just keep the death pile low. Don't let stuff linger too long. And you know what? Like, it's a reminder for myself and for you guys, you know, all that little low dollar stuff you have hanging around that's taking up space, list it or get rid of it, guys, because you know what? We all don't want to list $4 to $5 items, but at some point we have to. And otherwise it's just taking up clutter. And you know what? That $4 or $5, you can just roll it right back in to buying more merchandise. I actually went through and kind of just laid out some of the game stuff that was in that orange tote, and I realized there's some actual gems in here. I didn't really like fully flesh out what was in there. And honestly, like, even just this alone right here is half of our money back. And then not to mention, we have 4 other Pokemon DS games, and these are all ranging from, you know, anywhere from like 25 to, you know, possibly like 50, 60, even just for box and manual. Now, with that being said, if all of the rest of those consoles work out and I make a ton of money off of this deal, I'm definitely going to give them more money than the initial price that we agreed on. And I think that's really important to maintain those types of relationships with people like that, where it's more a symbiotic style relationship. If they deal in something that I don't typically deal with, you know, for example, books, they actually came here at our garage sale and bought some books from me because I didn't want to deal with them on Amazon. If they don't want to deal with all of this video game stuff or can't sell this video game stuff on Amazon, why not sell it to me? Because I like dealing with this stuff, and I deal with this stuff often. But I guess what I'm saying is a gentle reminder, if you do really make out on a deal And it looks like we are going to make out really, really, really well on this deal. Take care of those people because they're going to be there again in the future, and you want to maintain that good relationship so you can keep the ball rolling in your reselling career. So with that out of the way, we are here at the listing computer, aka also my streaming PC. It is down in the basement doing its thing as a reselling computer right now, and not for video games or live streaming, but here we are with what we need to ship out today. It's 10 items at $204 gross. Let's go ahead and start going through what we need to get. First item going out today is Sonic the Secret Rings for Wii. It sold for $14.89 free shipping. All right, and that is going to be somewhere in our video game area here. I actually know that we just sold this, so I'm going to grab this Just Dance. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yes, I do understand I need more light over here. I need a light that sits like right there and just shines down on all of this stuff right here. And the Just Dance 4 sold for $11.89 free shipping. Also, the Just Dance 4 was from Mama and Papa Zesty, so shout out to them. Again, such a great haul from them, and we're already making money off the deal. Next up is actually an old inventory item. We've had this for probably close to a year now, but it is this vintage leather key clip. It sold for $19 free shipping, and this also sold on a promoted listing. And we just recently started using promoted listings on everything in our inventory. We do promote some stuff like auctions and the like, but we really haven't used promoted listings because we haven't felt the need to do it. But we went ahead and did a little experiment about almost I think this is going into our third week of using promoted listings. The one thing that I have loved about promoting everything in the store is that older items are finally starting to sell, even if it is for a little bit less money. And this item is in box A, which is right here. And actually we sold this, so I'm actually gonna, they haven't paid yet, but this vintage Harley Davidson thing did sell. So we'll put that to the side over there. And hopefully we will, there it is. I knew we didn't have too much in there, so it shouldn't be hard to find, but all right, there it is. Let's get this wrapped up. Next up are these women's New Balance trail running shoes. These are the New Balance 410 V6. These sold for $15.75 with $7.91 in shipping, and these hung out for a very long time. I don't know if I would ever pick these up again, maybe if they were in a better colorway. Not 100% sure, but we'll make a little bit of money off of these. And oh boy, we got to go digging for the, oh, maybe not. Okay, we got kind of lucky with one. I thought these were the right shoe. They're not. So back in we go. Into here. Oh boy. Not looking, okay. This looks better. This looks better. Okay. Yep, these are the 410s. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. This is a mess, guys. All I need is one other shoe. Maybe this is why I haven't been wanting to list shoes, because I have nowhere to put them. Well, that's not true. We do have our shelf, but okay, there's the other one. This next one is a very niche item, and I only knew about this because I am into the car scene, but this is a Toyota Supra of the 7M GTE motor. This is a upper timing belt cover, and since these cars are being rebuilt and parts are being more scarce, people are buying stuff like this. But this sold for $48 with $9.80 in shipping. And that one is in bin E, which is a little full. I can't lie, it's a little full, but we know it's right there because it's a big guy. All right, let's go. This Avenged Sevenfold, kind of almost like Y2K-ish shirt, sold for a best offer of $10 with $5.75 in shipping. And then we also have this vintage Tommy Hilfiger polo, kind of like a boating sort of print on it there. This sold for $17. Free shipping. So now we got to go over here to our clothing section. One is $97 and one is $175. So $97 should be in here at the very back. There we go. $97 acquired and $175 should be at the back of this one. Let's just set that for there for right now. $175 is right here. Bam. All right, got them. Next two that need to go out are these two media items. The first one is this Police Story Lockdown with Jackie Chan. This sold for $7.91 free shipping. And then right before filming, I sent out some offers and sold this CD, this music CD right here, Manic Compression Quicksand, for $11.91 free shipping. So let's go over to the media and find those. So over here, I keep my sealed stuff on the bottom. So I do a little like that. And this is all of my sealed media. And let's see if we can find what we are looking for. Right here, Police Story. And then this little tray on top, I've been trying to keep all of my music CDs in this little area, and this one was easy to spot right here. The nice white label there. Let's get these wrapped up. All right, last thing going out, I actually listed these yesterday. These are Iris Smart Plugs. They're an older model, so I was unsure if they would sell fast or not, so I kind of priced them low. I actually sent out an offer on this as well, so I accepted $9 in change and $5.75 in shipping on these. These are over in C. Again, this one is getting a little full, but here we are right here. All right, guys, time to print out our labels and get to the post office and get some lunch because it is that time. All right, packages are ready to go, guys. If you guys have enjoyed this type of footage, please let me know down in the comments. If you guys would like to see any other type of footage, I know you guys have been asking for booth stuff, and we have a Zesty episode coming soon, all focused on the booth, what is sold in the booth in the last few months, what has been restocked, how we've reorganized, all that good stuff. So that is coming, I promise you guys. But if you guys want to see like what sold, you know, if you guys want to see more of that stuff, if you guys want to see more of different types of places that we source from, like more like estate sales type stuff, obviously we bring you guys garage sale stuff in the garage sale season. That's what we do. If you guys just want to see strictly bin stuff, you can also let me know too. We'd really love to hear from you guys, and we'd love to bring you guys more content for what you guys like when you view this channel. But until then, guys, I am off to the post office. I will see you later on the next grab. Bye for now.